What's up, Misfit Squad? Okay, it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I just wanted to. I know, like everything. I look like a raccoon right now. I'm sorry, but I just did my hair. I bleached the top, and I do have a spot in the back where I missed some of the dark brown. Not that, but it's like it's. I don't know. You won't be able to see it, but I gotta fix it tomorrow. I gotta get some more developer. Um, Life is getting a little better at a time. I know a lot of people are asking me how are things going? Do I have a car? Do I have a job? So, like, my in-laws got a car. I can't. They're never gonna let me drive it. When my husband gets his license reinstated, which can happen as soon as he goes down to the DMV. We just haven't had a chance to get down the DMV yet. Um, and hopefully they'll let him drive it. I don't know. His grandmother is really weird about stuff, so um, I still don't have a job. I do work some little jobs here and there, but I've only done that a couple of times. I've been babysitting my baby niece, Sage. She's 8 months old now, I think. And oh my god, she's grown up. She's so big. She's so funny. If you want to like follow me on Snapchat or Facebook or Instagram, I usually try to post photos and videos of her. She's hilarious. Like, I already know she's a little me, and she makes the funniest faces. Like, she's been doing it for like a couple months now. She'll just go, like, if I could paint her face white, she would look like a really scary ghost in a movie. It's so funny. And she'll just hold that face too for like 30 seconds or a minute, and it's just like, what are you doing? So cute. Anyways, so I was coming to talk about something because I know Shane just posted a video talking about this girl, Eugenia Cooney, and apparently, I haven't finished watching the video yet, but apparently, like, everybody's saying she's anorexic and stuff like that. And eating disorders, there's numerous kinds. Um, there's like overeating, bulimia, which is where you gorge yourself on food, like, quickly or whatever, and then you try to throw it up or use laxatives. And then there's anorexia, where you starve yourself. And there might be other kinds, I don't know. But something I don't talk about a lot, especially not on social media, and I probably should. A lot of y'all know I struggle with addiction. I did for 14 years. I've been clean for over 4 years now. I also struggle with self-harm, cutting myself. Like, literally, it's a miracle I'm not dead because of all the things I have done to myself are allowed to be like, I've even been raped um, twice. Um, and molested when I was a child. It's hard to say those things out loud. A lot of these things have made me become asexual. And I'm married. But I'm at the point in my life now where I have a hard time being touched. I don't like being touched sexually. So there's that. But anyway, so when I was a teenager, I discovered that I could be anorexic. I could have control over my life and over my body and I was already skinny, but a lot of times anorexia, it's just like with self-harm. It's more about having control, and it's not like that with everybody. Everybody has their own reasons. Every case and every person situation is unique to that person. So just because I say, oh, a lot of this happens because of that reason, don't be like, oh girl, that's not why I did it. That's not why, don't be like that towards me, because I know that everybody's situation is different and unique. Okay. So, but yeah, I still struggle with being anorexic. I don't look like it. A lot of people are like, anorexics have to be like bony. They have to be super skinny. And I'm not super skinny anymore. As I got older, I gained weight. I'm 37 now. I've had 2 kids. I had my first kid when I was 19, and my second when I was 22. I wanted to have them young. I was already married anyways, and I was just like, let's go ahead and have our 2 kids, and that's that. And I ended up having a hysterectomy, not on purpose, but I almost died. I was 23. My youngest daughter, Zoe, had just turned a year old, and I was in the hospital for 4 days because the hysterectomy had to be done abdominally. They had to cut my stomach open to take everything out. The thing is, I was already missing one ovary because 2 months before that surgery, I had a tumor the size of a grapefruit that had attached itself to my left ovary. They were like, we got to go in, we got to get it out. It's growing really fast. Because it had started off like, when they found it, it was like this. 2 weeks later, when they opened me up, it was like a grapefruit. I woke up and they're like, oh, we had to take out your ovary too, one of them. And I was like, what? And it made me feel like less of a woman, you know. And then so, then 2 months later, more things were popping up. I was having to have, since I was 17, I've had surgery on my abdomen, on my uterus once a year because of endometriosis and tumors. But I still never found out what was destroying my uterus. Something, every time I'd have, after they took out the tumor, something was killing my uterus. They said that something was destroying the lining of it, and it wasn't the endometriosis. Like, all the doctors were like, what is going on? And from what I was told, the surgeon did not send my tumor to the pathologist, meaning it was not tested for cancer. So it was, that hysterectomy probably saved my life. But after my hysterectomy, I dropped down to 95 pounds. I couldn't even look in the mirror without crying. It's such, like, if I was naked and I was getting in the shower, I try to cover my eyes so I couldn't see myself. But secretly, there was a part of me that was also happy that I had achieved that goal of getting that skinny, because I had struggled with anorexia since I was like 13. And I was like, oh, yay. I was able to wear clothes, you know, I mean, like, because I've always been big chested. I've always had huge boobs since like 3rd grade. And when I dropped down to 95 pounds, I was like an A cup. Everything, I lost everything on my body. I mean, I was sick looking. I don't know if that picture's still up there. It's not. I was okay. Anyways, so yeah, it was rough, but I just have to say this, like, eating disorders will kill you, and if they don't kill you quickly, it is like a slow death. There are plenty of ways to do these things in a, you know, in a healthy manner, you know, to be able, like, to have control over your life. It's better to go on a healthy diet and to exercise. Exercise increases your endorphins, your oxytocin, like all these hormones and chemicals in your brain, in your body. And when you exercise, it increases them and it makes you feel good. There's a thing called a runner's high. And you can get that same kind of high from exercise as well, like especially cardio. When you do a lot of cardio stuff. But you still don't want to, like, overdo that either. You have to find a very healthy balance, which if you struggle with any type of self-harm and anorexia and bulimia and overeating, that is self-harm, okay? It might not be cutting yourself, but it is still a way of harming yourself, okay? And when you struggle with that, it is really hard to find that balance. And so that's just kind of like what I wanted to bring up, is like, you can find a balance. Like, do some research, like, find out what diet works for you, find out what exercises works for you, because what works for somebody, one person's body shape and health might not work for the other person's. Like, you got to take into factor, like, what are your health problems, you know, what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths. You know, like, if your heart is strong and you can handle a lot of cardio, then do that a few times a week. But if, like, you have some type of heart problem or breathing problem, like asthma stuff, cardio might not be A lot of cardio probably would be the best. Now, a little bit of cardio is good for people with asthma because it can strengthen your lungs and your heart, which can therefore help your asthma. But you have to make sure, like I said, you got to know your weaknesses. You got to be able to say, okay, this is where I cut it off at. I have to, that's what I'm looking for, like take it easy, I guess, or whatever. So, trying to think, there's that. Okay, so I had to change of scenery here. I guess what I wanted to say, and I didn't mean to make this video so long, but I just feel like it's really important for people to listen to this and to please share this. Share it on any of your social medias. Get it out there. We have got to stop this cycle of self-harm. Like, when I was a teenager in the 90s, nobody spoke about it. No, it was so rare to hear anybody talk about, oh, they're a cutter. Like, people are like, what's a cutter? And now it's become so epidemically, if that's even a word, it's an epidemic. It really is. And that's why I do what I do, because if I can stop just one person from hurting themselves in any form, in any way, then my mission is complete in life. I feel like the Great Spirit, that my Creator, put me here to help all of you guys that are suffering. My pain has been a lot. I have suffered at the hands of myself. I have suffered at the hands of men and perverts and humans in general. And I don't want anybody else to suffer. Like, it's bad enough that other people hurt us. So we have got to stop hurting ourselves, and we have got to find that strength inside of us and that core that we know that we possess a strength and a courage and a confidence to say, I fucking matter. I fucking matter enough that I'm going to cherish myself and say, I deserve better in life, and then reach for that better. Reach for it. Work for it. Speak it. Claim it. Act it. Think it. Think these positive things and do them. And say, I'm going to stop hurting myself. I've got to start somewhere. So when you get the urge to starve yourself, or to make yourself throw up, or to over-exercise, or to cut yourself, or hit yourself, or whatever it is, or burn yourself, or whatever it is that you do that hurts yourself, when you get that first urge tomorrow or today after you watch this video, if you get an urge, if something triggers you, say, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to do whatever I can to make it better. One thing that keeps me from my anxiety and depression a little bit, it helps. It's not a cure-all, but I color. And I use those gel pens and stuff. And I just dropped it and everything fell out of my clipboard. Sorry. Okay, so it got dirty. Ah, what was that? Okay, sorry. But, okay. I just want you guys to live better lives and to love yourselves and to treat your body and your mind as a temple. Because if we were created in the image of a God, because think about that. If you believe in God, and my beliefs are a little different than most people's, I guess you could say. I've kept my spirit open to the voice of God for many years. And a lot of Christians and stuff don't agree with me because They're like, because I think outside of the box, but I feel like so does God. But anyways, that's a whole nother video. But seriously though, if the God created us in his/her image, then we're beautiful. We're amazing. We're strong. We are an image of a God. I mean, think about how cool that is. So many people, even Christians, that read that scripture like all the time in church, like, and God created them in their image or whatever. And it's like, they don't get it. They don't think about it. They still don't even grasp that confidence they need that God made us in her image. And we are the image of God. And that we also have the breath of God's life within us. And we need to take that seriously. No matter what religion you're in, your God created you, okay? And so you were in their image. And you need to grasp that. And you need to treat yourself with that respect. The respect that most people would give to their God. Give that respect to yourself and that love to yourself. Because my God is a God of love. Okay? He doesn't judge us on the way we look or the people we love. He just loves us. And he accepts us. And yes, we're not perfect. But, we're trying to figure this shit out on our own, pretty much. And that's why I think he created us in his image. Because he's like, I know you got, but so many of us humans screw all this up. And I'm getting off topic. But I just want you guys to love yourself is what I'm saying. And share this. Make this video trend. Get this out there. We are an image of God. And we need to treat ourselves as such. We need to love ourselves and be like, wow, damn, I'm awesome. And I deserve better. Because God also said that our words are powerful. If God spoke us and this earth and everything into existence, and then he says that we were created in his image, and then he says our words also have the power of life and death, and he also said that as we think, so as a man thinks, so is he. So as you think and as you say is what you are, and it's what you are perceived to be. It's what you're putting out. Or you could even be creating bad stuff in your life because of what you're saying and what you're thinking. And that's why we got to put away all this negative and put away this bullshit and grasp the positive and the love that is God, and be like, okay, I'm going to start trying to love myself and to create a life of love so I can love others. And when you're loving and you're helping others, you start feeling better about yourself as well. And it's just amazing what helping other people can do for yourself and your self-image and your confidence. So guys, this video is already too long. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this video. Hit the thumbs up. When you share it, hashtag trend, hashtag misfit squad. And when you spell misfit, make sure it's with a Z. Check my title, Goddess of Misfits. It's spelled with Z's. And let's get this trending. Let's get this idea out there to people, please. I mean, it's something I am so passionate about. And I know other people are too. And I know you guys want to feel better about yourselves. And I know you guys want to have better lives. So grasp this idea. Don't just share this video just to get my face out there. Share this video to get this idea and this concept out there that you need to love yourselves. You are an image. You are an image of a God. Okay? So respect yourself as such. Love yourselves. Treat yourselves good. And try. But take it one day at a time. Because like with addiction, nothing is fixed overnight. It takes time. And so if you fail, if say you stopped cutting for a week, but then all of a sudden you slipped up and you cut, don't just start all over again because you're like, I failed, I can't do this. Yes, you can. Just keep trying. It took me 20 fucking years to get to where I'm at. 20 years to stop cutting. And now I have not cut for 4 years, and I have not used drugs for 4 years. I stopped it all pretty much at the same time, within a few days of each other, okay? And but it took me a long time to get to that point, to just stop completely. It was a process. So don't give up. Have patience with yourself and have patience with life. And love yourself. I love you guys so much, and I just hope you guys, I'm here for you if you need me. I love y'all so much. Bye.